Noun clauses are clauses that act like a noun in a sentence. In this video, we're going to talk about noun clauses with the word that. And we're going to look at a few different sentence structures where we use these noun clauses with that. Our first example is how we use noun clauses with that after a subject and a verb. He discovered that his father was lying. In this case, we have a subject and a verb, and this noun clause with that is the object of this verb. The whole clause together is acting like the object of the verb discover. We can use lots of different verbs in sentences like this. Think, forget, explain. We can use a lot of different verbs here together with a that noun clause. You'll notice that this noun clause has a sentence word order. His father was lying. We have a subject and verb for this noun clause. So our first example is of noun clauses after a subject and verb. Our second sentence structure with a noun clause with that is after a person, be verb, and adjective. He is disappointed that his team lost. Again, we have a that noun clause with a subject, his team, and lost, a verb. We can use a lot of different adjectives in this place. We could say he is happy, he is confident, he is sorry, and use a that noun clause after that adjective. The third sentence structure I want to talk about is with it, be verb, and an adjective. It and be verb like it is or it was with an adjective. In this case, it's obvious that grammar is important. You can use a lot of different adjectives in this place. Amazing, possible, true, with our noun clause with that. This noun clause has subject grammar and verb is. In all three of these examples, the word that is actually optional. We can change these sentences to exclude the word that. He discovered his father was lying. He is disappointed his team lost. Or it's obvious grammar is important. We can include the word that, or we can delete it. And the words that follow are still a noun clause. Now our last example is a little bit different, and in this case we're using the noun clause as the subject of a sentence. Now remember, a noun clause acts like a noun in a sentence, so it makes sense that it could act as the subject of a sentence, one of the important jobs of nouns. In this case, we actually use the phrase the fact that. This is probably the most common way that we use noun clauses as the subject of sentences. It's not very common overall, but if we're going to do it, it's very common to use the fact that. The fact that it is raining is annoying. We have a noun clause that has a subject, it, and verb, is raining. And the whole clause is acting like the subject of this sentence. This whole clause is the subject for the verb is.